I made a mistake. I said I wanted to record the other time, but I didn't know I did not even start the recording. So I want to restore what we did. I want to restore the version to where we lost our network. So I have one. I think we lost our network around 11:57. So I want to load our file to when we lost the network. Okay, this is not it. So okay, let's try 11:52. 11:52. This is very far. 12:25. Okay. Uh, but this will be okay, sure. So I have just view only here on this. On this, I have view only here. I'm going to restore this version. So I'll click on restore this version. So it will restore the version, and whatever we've done after this version was saved, so will all be wiped out or will be deleted. So I have to continue. I think this is the place we stopped. So I think this is the place we stopped at that time when the when we get disconnected by the time limit of the by time limit of the Zoom. I mean the meeting. So I'll go to assets to change this input. But before, as asset is loading, all the blacks I have here, I'm going to change them to our body text color. Then we replace uh, what we have here is save. So I'm going to say save. I'm going to copy one of it, Control C, and I'll replace all the Control Shift R. Then this input, I'll need to bring input here. So this is the input, but input for editing. So when we are trying to edit something, so we'll assume data is inside already. We've provided data already. We just want to edit it. So when we're designing this input, so we did not add that kind of variance. So I'm going to create a variance now to represent what I mean. So this is what I mean. I mean we should have something like this. So one will give us the caption that this is what we are doing, and the other one will give us the information that we should have inside the uh, input. So what do you have here? So I'm going to go to the components. Then I'll create from here. I'll create one of these. So this text, I'm going to move it to inside this place like this. So this will have, let's say, should be outlined. I mean, aligned to the left. Let's say name or data, data that user has entered into the input, and we'll rename this input because by default the name is status 8. I will rename it to update. Sorry, update. Now I want to go back to where I'm editing. I'll come back to the one that brings me here, and I'll say return to instance. So from here now, I can say this is name. Let's say update or uh, edit name. I'm going to change the variance to update. So I can now, or before that, let me undo it. Before that, I'll copy this thing, Control C. I'll copy this, this. I mean, yes, I've copied this, and I'll use it to replace what I have here. So I can delete this one now. So this one will just change it to update, and I'll put name there. For example, let me put my name, Hassan Rabiu. And again, this is phone number, edit phone number. So I'll also change it to update also, and the phone number can be +234 and numbers like this. So this one is address, edit address. So I'll change it to update, and I'll have address here. So I'll use content reel address, content reel to generate the address. So let me just pick one of the address like this, and again I have this one, email, edit email, email. So I'll change this component to update, and this email I'm going to run content reel again, and I'll select let me come to text here, and I'll say email. I'll just pick one of them. So I think that is that. So we come to when user want to select pictures. So these pictures, this is gallery. Everything is seated on a page. So I want to make it a scrollable one. So what I'll do is that I will put this into auto layout, Shift A. Then I'll duplicate some of it, Control D. I have list of them. Now I'll select everything here like this. I'll press enter to select inner frame. Press enter again to select the inner frame. Then I'll go to image. Then I'll select avatar like this. Then it will replace everything I have inside to replace them with image. So these are the images I have. But this image, I want to make it a scrollable one. So what I'll do now is I'll reduce this frame to the size I want, just like this. So, but if you see the part that are supposed to be hidden are showing, I'll go to clip here and I'll clip them. So after that I'll go to prototype and I'll select from this overflow. I'll change to vertical. So this will be scrolling. So the next thing I want to do is to be able to change to camera settings here. So I'll create a background for this. I'll create a background. Let's say this is should be 64 pixel. Sorry, 64 pixel. Absalam, ó ń pariwo now. So 64 pixel. Then from our asset, we'll search for camera. I'm going to put camera inside. So the color here is going to be, let's do it like this. I'll give it 100 pixel, this to make it round, and the camera icon should be seated center, and I'll make it a bolt. Then the color has to change. Let us do something like this: Control X, Control Shift R to replace. So let's centralize it. So when user taps on this camera, it opens this. So when it opens camera, this camera actually, we might think camera is an hardware from phone, but user just have to call the camera function, as in the developer, the people who are going to write the code, they will need to call the function that will open the camera. So whatever interface they want the camera, or the properties they want the camera interface to give, so we are going to provide it here like this. We should be able to close the camera. This one is just normal something. I'll copy this close button, close icon here, and I'll replace it on Control Shift R, so that, let me show the grid, Shift G to show the grid, and I'll move it here like this. So when user taps on this, it closes the camera. This is 24 pixels, and this is flash. Uh, this is flash. So I'm going to bring this, Control X, Control Shift R. So I'll show the grid again to align it. So the two will have to change their color to our ash. So we have the gallery uh, icon here. So I'm going to search gallery. Gallery, so upload. So we have this one that has upload sign. And this also, this is 36 pixel. I'm going to create a frame with 30 pixel, 36 pixels. So it will have our white. The fill will be our white. I'm going to give it 100 also. Move this inside. Let's increase this to 44. So I'll place the icon inside the gallery icon, and I'll move it here. So this will be our ash, and we'll have to change it from this to solid, or the bolt, so user can upload here. So flip, let's search for flip here. Okay, flip. Let's search for rotate. Oh wow, okay. Let's check it manually. Essential. Say flip, uh, camera, rotate. Okay, let's just use one of this. So we're going to copy this here. We're going to cut this and replace this one. So Control X, Control X, Control Shift R to replace. So uh, we'll change this also to our ash color, and auto layout this. What's the space between them? 4 pixels. Okay. Auto layout this. The space between them 4 pixels. So align them to top, just like this. So this one will be icon to snap. Control X, Control X, Control Shift R to replace, align to center. So we're going to remove this and we'll change this to our hash, Shift G to hide. So when user comes here, he knows this is what to tap, this is where to tap to switch the uh to snap a picture. So that is that. The other things that remain are this. So we said when user wants to tell a friend, so it will send a message to a friend. So we change all the blacks that we have inside this place, inside these two things. We change all the black to our bold text, body text. Then delete whatever we have here. And now we'll bring a text input. Then we'll run lorem so that we can generate text from there. So the lorem plugin, we'll use it to place uh, to place to put a placeholder text. So we auto generate it so that it feels what we have there. 14 pixel, sorry, 14 pixel. Then it should be regular, and the space, this is 14. 14 plus is 20, so 20 pixel. I'm going to make it. So what this is telling a friend. So this placeholder is just for text that will explain maybe this app, the functionality. Well, this will be a predefined message that when you try to share an app with your friends, when you tap on it, when you tap or tell a friend, it will just send it as message. So we also have this ones, um, confirmation. So if you are logging out, you should be you should confirm. So I'll copy this. uh, do you want to log out? So 16 pixel. So we'll replace these buttons. No, or let's say cancel, and this should be a small button. So a pop-up button. Control X, Control Shift R. So this is cancel. Control Shift R again, and this will be yes. So why we put yes on this place is that uh, user may not even look at what or may not be aware of what he's doing. I will just press any button. If yes is placed here, so that means user is going to be logged out instantly. But if user mistakenly comes here and out of or mistakenly tap on this button, it will just cancel it. So this placing this yes button at the left hand side is that we are confirming if the user really meant what he's doing. So I'm going to change this button to a secondary button, and we'll align it to this like this. So this is it. But this shares something, so we have to add some other things to this share, because when uh, user is sharing, it will bring icons of some other app or social app that user can share information to. So share share UI design. So share UI design. Uh, so we have this image. I'll copy this image. We can also design our own image and place icon in them, but that will take a time. What I will just do here is I will crop this one out. I'll crop it out using this. So I crop that out. So once user tap on share, then this will be a kind of pop-up onto. So this will be a kind of pop-up. Uh, Let me try to remove the background. BG. I'll run a BG remove and remove BG to remove the background. We can also design all these things by ourselves, but I just want to show it here. In our next class, we'll design these icons. Oh boy, this does not work. Oh. So let me just try to. So let us assume these are the app we have on our phone. So we'll combine this one as we'll auto layout them. And what will happen is that when we tap on tell a friend from here, when we tap on it, so when we tap on it, this should just come uh, as a overlay, and it should not be instant move and moving like this. So that is that. If I play this one now, let me go to flow 5. So if I tap on share, so this is what comes. But this is uh, is aligned to the center. I'll say bottom center, and I'll give it a close after. I mean, when clicking outside, and again, I'll add background of 40% overlay. So this will happen. Tell a friend. it will bring this message and bring social media icon where we can send them to. So that is just that. In our next class, inshallah, we'll discuss, we'll do the other prototyping.